Hey, hello, friends. Tonight we are going to be talking about. Here, Marielle, you want to say hi?
Hello!
I'm so good at this. Tonight we are going to be talking about essential oils that we love. Oh my gosh, baby. So tonight it's almost Valentine's Day, so we figured let's talk about some essential oils that help you feel love, help you receive love. Like a big part of love is it's a higher frequency. It's like the highest vibration that you could possibly feel as an emotion. So essential oils are something that can help raise your frequency and raise your vibration. So some of the oils that we're talking about tonight have higher vibrations, and then others are just geared towards making you feel certain sort of ways and like helping your mind adjust right to like different kinds of things. And so yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. Eventually we'll do like an essential oils and emotions class, and we'll talk about the whole like science behind how these like things work. Probably next month we'll do that, but for now we're going to talk about ones that help with love because it's almost Valentine's Day, so why not? Let's be on theme. So Mary Ellen, why don't we start? Let's get the kiddos out of the way because I feel like that's like the easiest, quickest little part of this. So why don't you start with your favorite self-love oils for kids?
So Young Living has a blend called Kid Power, which is specifically made for kids and to help with positive feelings of self. It's meant to be like Valor for kids. So we use Valor as adults for feelings of confidence, strength, just being able to persevere through challenges, anxiety. And so Kid Power is meant to do the same thing for kids. And it smells really tasty. It smells kind of like a creamsicle, I think.
I use it on myself and my cats and my kids.
Yeah. Since it is like formulated for kids and it is diluted enough, it is safe to use on
Animals.
Yeah, you think so too. And then Peace and Calming. I know this is one of like Lena's favorites. It does exactly what it says. It's meant to be peaceful and calming. But I really like this one for the bath because it just kind of creates that really nice atmosphere of relaxation. I feel like this would be a really good one to use if you're practicing mindfulness with your kids, like meditation or just like quiet time, that sort of thing. That would be a really good one to diffuse. Yoga, those sorts of practices where you're trying to like steady their mind and teach kind of those mindfulness practices. Gentle Baby is a good one, specifically for like young tiny babies, but I feel that really the smell is so calming that any age group can benefit. It's really heavy on Roman chamomile, which is a very calming scent in general, and the blend is just like it's just a really lovely, clean, calming scent. When I first had my daughter, I had a home birth and I had like a week or so that I just stayed in bed, and that's what I pumped through the diffuser the entire time. So now anytime I smell it, it like brings back those memories of tiny little baby and cuddles and squishiness, and it's just wonderful.
Gentle Baby. I'd like to add with Peace and Calming. Literally the one I have in the diffuser now that I put in for my kids to go to bed. I put Peace and Calming and lavender together, and that's really good for them. But we also use Peace and Calming, like you said before, yoga. I don't personally use Gentle Baby. I never have. Maybe if I have that Aquarius baby, I'll use Gentle Baby.
There you go. Yeah. Highly recommend.
The baby or the Gentle Baby, like both?
Maybe both. Yeah.
And then Kid Power is good for more than just kids. Like this is like if you're like I actually have a friend who he signed up with Young Living with Kid Power and used it before he went on what are they called, job interviews, because
there you go.
confidence, but it wasn't like Valor's like a very florally and like kind of like a girlier smell, and it's very heavy. Whereas Kid Power is very light and airy, and he was able to pair
not very in your face.
Yeah, it's not very in your face, and he paired it with pine, and it smelled like a cologne for him, and he was able to like use that, and and that was cool. So even if they are for kids, like adults can use them too. The only other one that I would add for self-confidence for kids is I added this before we talked after we talked about it, was Genius. The kid sense Genius. Because like when Dexter can sit, my older son Dexter, when he can sit and like focus on something, we put this on before we do homeschool, and when he can sit and focus on it a little bit longer than he normally would, it gives him a lot of confidence, and like it's really been helping him like click certain concepts because he's able to sit and focus for a little bit longer. I mean, even if it's just like smelling it puts him in the mindset to focus, or the oils are actually like making him focus. I don't care what it is. It's helping him learn, and it's helping him gain the confidence to be able to do it. And now like certain tasks are not as daunting for him because he just puts this on. He's like, I can do it now. I can, sit and read this book, and it happens. So
yeah,
that's the gist of the kids.
Yeah, we use Genius before we do homeschool too, and I also use it on myself before Bible study so that I can really like focus and zone in, because that's something that I still struggle with, is focus, but I feel like that helps a little bit more just to keep my mind where it's supposed to be.
I never thought of doing that. I use personally I use Clarity.
Yeah. I don't have that one, but Genius, I figured it helped with you, so why not try it on myself? And it has helped. So.
I think Genius smells a lot better than Clarity.
Yeah.
People need the big guns, okay? Anyway, now self-love. What are a few that you think about?
So valor is a big one that I think of personally. I feel like it's like the Taurus oil. I feel like if Taurus wasn't oil, we would be valor.
I've said this from day one of like buying my kit. Like literally the minute I smelled valor, I was like, oh, this is the Taurus oil. Like I'm not like every day for like 2 years I've been using this oil because it's just like the absolute best. It's so confident, you know what I'm saying? Like you can really like step into what you want to do and who you want to be. That's why we call it liquid courage. I know some people call another thing liquid courage, but I personally call valor my liquid courage.
Yeah.
Life would not happen without valor. What else do you use for self-love?
I really like One Heart when I have it, but I don't often have it. But I just love the really uplifting aroma. I feel like it also like induces a lot of feelings of just confidence, but peace, and like a kind of can-do attitude.
Yeah.
So I really like One Heart. It is one of the promos this month, so I'm really excited to have it again.
Yeah. It's always exciting when you get one that you like really like for free. I also like that one. I never have had that one, but I like it because it helps benefit the Young Living Foundation, which helps give people a more like livable wage and helps support specifically women in creating businesses, and not necessarily Young Living businesses, but businesses that are applicable to their lifestyle for people who live in countries that need a little assistance getting like grants and stuff so they can be able to have like a sustainable income, which I think that's really cool and really important. But one thing I forgot to mention with valor, just like to backtrack 2 seconds, this was also good like for 2 things physically. Like one, it's almost chiropractic in a bottle, so it's good for helping you like realign your joints. I personally use it every time before I go to the chiropractor, and I feel as I use it, it's a little bit more effective. I also use release interchangeably with valor when I go to the chiropractor, because release helps you let go, and then valor like is the thing that helps realign. So that's good for that. And then if you snore, apparently if you snore and you put a drop of valor on your big toe at night, it helps you not snore anymore. So I might have to try that with Jack, because I started snoring recently. I guess as we're getting older, that's like what's happening.
It's just what happens.
But that's the funny part. But no, he started snoring, so I'm gonna try it. I'll keep you guys posted and tell you if it works.
Jude had started grinding his teeth at one point, and I put it just like back on his jaw and stopped, and we haven't had a problem since. So
Interesting.
Let me know if the snoring thing worked. Both Brian and myself snore, which is why we're a nightmare if someone went on vacation with us. Like, sorry.
I'll definitely let you know.
Yeah, let me know.
Very cool. But yeah, no, that's like a big thing in the community. Everybody says it helps with their snoring habits. So I'll try it because he woke me up this morning. I'm like, what the heck? I was not ready for that. But anyway, is there another one that for self-love?
Well, you go first. What do you got?
They all happen to be pink. The funny part. So first, like grapefruit, because in like the witchy world, grapefruit is also like strawberry is also known as self-love. And I don't know. When I was thinking of like an essential oil version of a strawberry, I don't know why grapefruit was the one that came into my mind, but it was. So I've been using this in all my self-love spells, and it's really been working great for me. Patchouli is another one that is it brings about feelings of self-love because it is very florally, but also in the witchy world, patchouli is something that is used for like more love spells. And if you're using it in a love spell, it can be applicable for self-love. You just direct it towards yourself. That's the intention you set. Abundance. I think abundance is really good for self-love because it draws in it helps you be more open to having abundance, right? And love is a very abundant emotion. When you feel love, it's like never ending, you know what I'm saying? It's never failing. You don't want it to give up kind of thing. And I think that having abundance helps you really be open to receiving that kind of like unconditional love. And it's just really good for things like that. This one personally, I do not use. I do use it topically every once in a while to anoint on the top of my head. I like doing that during new moon rituals and full moon rituals sometimes, just to like kind of bring things full circle. But I do diffuse this very small drops because it is a little bit of a harsher. It smells very gingery, but it makes you feel very like warm and like it's like it smells very, actually this was the first time I smelled it and I kind of liked it, but it is like a very warm and like spicy aroma. So I like to pair this with something like patchouli or joy, which I'll talk about joy now, because I like to bring out the more florally notes in this one. Joy, because joy and love, very similar emotions. Love brings about a lot of joy, especially if it's like a true and pure love. And again, just thinking about those like higher vibrational feelings, joy is definitely one of them. So if you're feeling joyful and you're stepping out into a space of joy and like a mindset of joy, then you're going to be able to receive love a little bit more. And then one I didn't think about when I wrote things down, but I grabbed it when I was looking at my shelves, was acceptance. Because like that's like genius, like duh, right? You know, if you're having problems like accepting yourself and who you are, it's really hard to love yourself. So acceptance can help you look at yourself in a different light. I've used it to help me like get over situations that I can't change, but I also could see it as like, if you're having a hard time accepting who you are, accepting your true self, accepting your truth, and being who you want to be, because you're like feeling really held back by like lack of confidence in yourself, but not in like the way of just like a valor, more in like that like true like loving who you are kind of thing. Acceptance can really help with that. And the last one that I could not find the bottle for the life of me. The last one that I had in mind was gratitude, because again, that high vibration gratitude is something that, you know, when I think about all the things that I'm grateful for, it makes me feel very loved, and it makes me feel like, you know, not only that God loves me and like the universe loves me, because look at all these like blessings that I'm being given, but I have gratitude in the sense that I can help produce that for other people and help them get abundance and help them feel joy and peace in the way that I have experienced those emotions. So those are like the ones that I really use a lot for self-love. I mean, like also like lavender, because, you know, that's like florally and it's good for like in the witchy world, it's good for protection amongst a lot of other things. So that's also really good for self-love. And then Northern Lights black spruce, because it's like high vibrational. But no, for the most part, those are like my main go-tos for self-love. Do you have anything to add?
I don't think so. I would add ylang ylang just because I feel like that is a oil that is just good for any sort of love in general. Like we'll get to that, but patchouli and ylang ylang are meant to promote feelings of affection for like another party. It can be like an aphrodisiac type oil. But I feel that it can also promote feelings of affection in yourself. So
Mhm. Yeah, whatchamacallit. I would, I guess I would agree. I also just think like florally oils in general, like if it's a flower for the most part, it's going to help you, you know, connect with like how you love yourself. I feel like how you love yourself is very much connected to the divine feminine and to like, you know, astrologically your moon sign and all of that, like kind of like quote unquote womanly energy. You know what I'm saying? Just like the divine feminine. So obviously flowers, right? Those are a very easy way to connect with
yeah.
the divine feminine. So if you're trying to love yourself, no matter your gender or who you are, I think that flowers can help do that. Like I don't know, but I don't. I'm not one of those people that likes a bouquet of flowers. I like essential oil flowers, but like a bouquet of essential oil flowers, that would be it. You know?
I like that.
Yeah.
A bouquet of essential oils itself would be nice.
Yeah, just I don't care what they. You could even just give me a bouquet of like thyme essential oil. I'll be grateful for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then there are essential oils for love, and if you click on the Canva link, there's like a text class like Marianne was saying that certain oils can be used for more of like as an aphrodisiac and help like feel romantic feelings in that sense. We're not going to talk about that because I'm an awkward turtle. I'm not about to do that. But there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just awkward. But you can go and the Canva link and there's a text class that I offer and you know the numbers there and the keywords there on the second picture so you could go have fun with that, read it, learn the things. Anyway, so there's a couple of oils that I like to diffuse though, like in the rare moment that Jack and I get a date night, you know what I'm saying, in our house, because we don't get date nights that are outside. What is that? Anyway, so we'll diffuse an oil or like a blend of oils. And I actually really do like the, and I didn't know that, like, I knew that ylang ylang was an aphrodisiac. I didn't know why. I didn't know it could help, like, actually, like, spark, like, romantic feelings on another person. Dexter, you scared me so bad because you were so quiet. Okay, go get yourself water and then, okay?
I didn't want to disturb you.
Okay, yeah. You disturbed me by scaring me and my soul. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
he's such his father scared. His dad does the same thing. Anyway, drink your water.
Yeah,
And did you finish going potty? Okay, and then go back to bed, please. Okay, my friend. But I didn't know that about yelling that it actually like does produce like romantic feelings towards another person.
It's a real thing.
Cool. What?
The water's finished, so I'll just tell you. So
Okay, so after you go to sleep, I'll fill it up. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
All right, I'll see you when the sun comes up.
I'm trying to scare you.
And he always scares me. It's like he's just so like no sound. And I'm like hearing like a human. I'm like I didn't hear Jack come in, but I didn't hear his door open or anything. Anyway, okay. Now that my soul came back to my body, I'll diffuse the rare times that we get a date night. I'll diffuse ylang ylang, orange, Idaho blue spruce. That's like my go-to blend for us. And like honestly, it is a spell in itself. Like I do see diffuser blends as spells because I put them in with intention. So orange I put in with the intention of adding joy and like happiness and just a light vibration and a light energy into the home because it's a citrus oil and I feel like citrus oils help to do that. Idaho blue spruce represents the man. So for me, this is Jack in the equation. So I like put this in there to give Jack confidence, to give him courage, to help increase his vibration, to help increase his like, you know, like heart space. He'll give him like a softer heart for our time together kind of thing. And then same thing for me. I put ylang ylang in for myself to make me a little bit less abrasive or in your face and a little bit better of like a listener kind of thing. And I have it like represent the woman. And like obviously you could totally find oils that work for you and your partner and do the same thing and add like a different citrus. But the whole point is I have like an oil that's him, me, and then like the kind of mutual energy that we're trying to bring into the house together. That's very woo-woo. I've never said that out loud. And as I did, I was like, wow, I sound super woo right now.
I loved it. It was great.
Another one I thought of when I was writing up the thing, another one I thought of was loyalty for romantic love. Because like, I'm a Taurus. I want a ride or die kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, Jack's it for me. He was my boyfriend since I was 17 and I'm done. Like, I'm not going anywhere else. Like, so I love loyalty. So again, diffusing that one with orange is really good. I also see this as a Taurus oil. Like these two are probably my top two Taurus oils, that one and loyalty. Just while we're on the topic of Tauruses.
There is like a special blend that Young Living makes that you can only get through beauty school that's called Amber Essence. And it's meant to be like a love, coupley love type oil.
I thought that would be like beautiful. Interesting. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's
So funny.
Stop. Every time I talk to you, I want another baby. Anyway, okay. So, babies are so cute. So, diffuser blends for a loving home. This is like a whole like page we have here, like on that Canva sheet. So you can go check that out. But like, I don't know. I guess we shouldn't like sit here and list them. But like, what? Or do you want to sit here and list them? I don't know. What should we do? Why do you diffuse oils in your home? Let me ask that question. Why do you diffuse oils to make? Why do you do it?
Yeah, sure. I mean, well, I think there's a lot of reasons why people diffuse oil in the home, but I think just those feelings. Please be quiet, Drew. I think those feelings of like coziness and just family love, can be increased because it's a sensory experience, and that includes your sense of smell. So for me, like we have sense that, you know, we do every Sunday morning. And when I put that on and we're all snuggled on the couch, you know, doing whatever it is that we do on Sunday mornings, like that's a scent that stays with you. It's that scent association. But even more than that, I feel like certain scents are conducive to different things. So some scents are great at producing that kind of cozy atmosphere, which I think we're all looking for about this time of year when it's still kind of bleak and cold outside and snowy and you don't want to go anywhere but be cuddled up on the couch by the fire. Like, so, I mean, some of the ones that I like to do to kind of create that cozy atmosphere, vetiver is a good one because that has kind of this smoky, kind of rich smell to it. Any sort of spice oils, so like nutmeg, cinnamon bark, thieves. I feel like those have like a really rich kind of familiar scent that even if you're not an oils person, you would like. It just takes more.
So proud of herself. She grabbed that thing and she just like started smiling. It's so cute.
Thank you. I'll take it.
Just watch you doesn't grab that mug.
Yeah, I know. That's I'm trying to watch it because it's got turmeric in it, so stain all of everything, all yellow. I'm trying to think, like, what other? Do you have any like specific oils that you do for like coziness? Cedarwood, woodsy oils are good too, I think, because yeah, those are pretty cozy. Northern Lights Black Spruce and Cedarwood would be my two favorites for kind of creating that cozy, lovey atmosphere. Stress Away is a good one.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Stress Away. because it takes stress away.
That
And it's
one
just a universally liked scent.
I found that one with somebody made it with what's it called, lime and valor, and I put that in my diffuser, and it's really good. Sometimes if I'm feeling fancy, I'll add some Northern Lights to that too, just because, like, islands and the woods. Whoa, like it's just
Yeah.
it's a real vacation right there. But that's like literally like visiting the state of California. That's what that blend should be called. Is literally visiting the state, because it's like a beach, and then you can go upstate and see the woods. Technically, New York is like that too, but we're not tropical. Anyway, wow, I had a whole conversation with myself there. But yeah, that's I agree with you. Like, another one that you put in here was Christmas Spirit. Was a good, like, in the comfy cozy blend, because that's like just a really super cozy. Abundance would also fit into this like spicy, warm, kind of like homey kind of smell. Again, I really like Abundance with like more woodsy oils. Yeah, Jude. He has opinions about his oils. But that's I think that's the gist of it for blends and stuff. Now, I mean, do you have anything else to add?
The only other one I would add is vanilla, which is a relatively new, and it's not really an oil, it's like a resin. Yeah. But that one, that's also like a familiar, comfy, cozy smell, I think. So
I don't know why that like phrase oleo resin, when they said that at convention, has just been like stuck in my head ever since.
It's a fun word.
It's like literally like such a fun word, and that's exactly why. So I'm gonna show you how to make a really quick oil-based self-love potion. So here I have a roller bottle that it came with rose quartz crystals in them, little crystal chips. You can get these off of Amazon with the crystals in them. You can get just plain clear glass roller bottles off of Amazon if you have your own crystal chips, or you want to get your own crystal chips. But in here I'm just putting some lavender buds, because, as I said before, lavender is really good for self-love. It's great for protection, and I think like a really important thing for self-love is to protect the way that you see yourself. So I always put some sort of protection or warding in a self-love like potion or spell. Let me save these little buds before they get lost in the mix. I try to like save everything like a little hoarder. Okay, then I'm gonna put some rose petals, because rose petals are really good again for just self-love and creating that like nurturing feeling. Whenever I have crystals in here and I'm working with like crystals and like buds and stuff, I like to shake every time I put something in, I shake it really hard. One, to activate the crystal. I think that activates the way it moves. And two, because it helps the plant material that you're putting in not get like super stuck at the top. So it like goes more throughout the entire bottle. You know what I'm saying? So I put some roses in here. I put some lavender in here. It's really cool already. And then we're going to do 3 drops of lavender. 3. I try to work in threes. I really like just putting 3 of everything. I'm going to put 3 drops of Northern Lights Black Spruce in here. I didn't write that down, but as I was thinking about it, I really just wanted Northern Lights in here. And I did lavender, again, for protection. It's floral, it helps with self-love. Northern Lights Black Spruce, because it's grown under the Aurora Borealis in Canada. So this is actually the highest frequency essential oil because of that. Once they moved the farm to like right under the Northern Lights, like the Northern Lights, this oil started testing over 500 megahertz, which this one, Idaho Blue Spruce, which was the one we previously thought was the highest frequency essential oil, is 428 megahertz. This one's, I believe, 553, something crazy like that, megahertz of frequency. So it's like a really great oil to help raise your frequency. And if your frequency's high, then you can be experiencing love, because again, love's a high vibrational emotion. So you need to have high vibrations to experience love. Then I put some valor in there for confidence, for security in self. Like really like putting, as you do this, you put your intentions into it. You speak into each ingredient. You tell each ingredient what they're doing. As I'm explaining it to you, I'm telling the ingredient what it's doing by explaining it, to you, kind of thing. And then grapefruit, again, is really good for self-love because it's kind of like, I almost feel like it's the strawberry of the oil world, which is, again, just really good for self-love, connecting with the divine feminine, fertility, that kind of stuff. And I'm going to squirt some coconut oil in here. Oh my gosh, I got it on my table. Oh, I did a lot of coconut oil. I would recommend not overflowing it with the coconut oil, but if you're like me, it happens more than you like to. Oh, and wow, it had like an air bubble, so I have to take the thing out and put more in. Anyway, not doing that right now. But that's essentially what I do for this. And then I'm going to take a red candle or a pink candle or a white candle if you don't have red or pink. And I'm just going to take it and light it. And after we get off this call, I'm going to speak to the candle and I'm going to tell it things that I like about myself. Or, well, because I don't know if I'm going to keep this spell yet. I think I am. It looks really cool. So I'm going to say things that I like about myself and like things that I'm thankful for in my life, and really just speak a lot of love and gratitude into my life so that I can be abundantly ready for more. Please don't burn me. Please don't burn me. Okay, I didn't get burned. I'm good. I'm gonna let that like sit with that and let that burn and call out a day, and that's that. Just let it activate. And you can draw it on with a sigil. But that is basically, I don't know. I don't have anything else to add. Do you have anything else to add, Mary Ellen, about like oils and love?
I don't think so. I just want to say that like everything is also subjective. Like the ones that you and I think are awesome for self-love, yeah, I think those could be applicable for most people, but there might be a specific oil that somebody really resonates with and thinks that one's perfect for them. I mean, there are people out there who love DiGis and I don't get it, but if that's what makes you feel good about yourself, then go for it. So yeah,
so that makes sense. It really is subjective, and like as you said, like some smells are associated with memory. So for some people, they might, you might have a memory with something, or something smells like something very similar to something from your child. Like okay, for example, my husband's favorite essential oil is tea tree. To him, it smells like a musty basement, but like why he likes the smell of a musty basement is because for him, that reminds him of his grandparents' house where he used to play with his cousins and have a lot of toys. And it was just a really cool place for them. And, his grandparents had a pool, so they'd go there. And then after the pool, they'd go back into this musty basement and play video games together. So it's associated with a lot of childhood memories for him. So for him, like if I'm trying to make him feel really cozy and like, at home and stuff, I will diffuse tea tree, even though it's not my most favorite smell, but for him, it like really brings him back to his childhood. So you never know what oil is going to do that for you. So it could be the most random one, but these are just the oils that like really work for Mary Ellen and I, and they're like fun to go and explore and whatnot.
and scent association goes the other way too. There might be a certain scent that you really have a negative association with, like maybe somebody had a bad experience with a grapefruit, and whenever they smell grapefruit oil, they don't get self-love, they get this like putrid memory. So I mean, it's all subjective, but these are, I think, really good suggestions that will resonate with most people.
Yeah, and at least it's a place to get started.
Yeah,
figuring out your self-love journey through oils. But anyway, I think that's just that. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm going to stop recording now by YouTube.